Like, look at the teams I would be up against. I'd be up against Prime Sentinels, Prime Energy, Prime Lev. Like, let me make the changes I need to make.
This is why I said that FNS I don't think is going to come back soon. But the problem is for me with FNS is he just said it. He wants to have full control of a team. Whereas like right now, this stage in franchising, there's no org. FNS is not bad. You're brain dead. There's no org that is just going to cut all 5 people for FNS. Like there's just not. At this point in franchising, there's not a... Oh shit. It's very hard for like an org to cut all 5 players for him to build a roster. C9, the thing is FNS wouldn't join C9. C9 has like a very particular way of doing things. I don't think he would join C9. C9's cooked? I mean, they're not cooked. They just like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm giving my full honest opinion of C9, actually never mind. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. There's no I mean, bro, I love the org. I don't care. I'm not going to say anything bad about the org. I will say the org does things differently. Like, they definitely do things different. Bro, the thing is, I'm like at a point in my career, I guess, to say, like, it's not that I, like, disapprove of things or, like, the things I say about orgs, like, Jack already knows, like, the things that I like and disapprove of or, like, don't like or whatever, and I'm sure he doesn't care if I, like, go out and publicly state shit. Because I do think the things they do is smart as an org. C9 is definitely not the most shittiest org. Dude, C9 to me is just weird because, like... Okay, first of all, Oxy's a rookie, right? Oxy's a rookie. Jake is technically still a rookie in the sense of, like, his whole leadership changed. You gotta think about this. Jake's whole leadership changed. He went from me and MCE catering him and, like, taking care of him. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That came off as a bad thing, but I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, as a rookie, he came into franchising with me and MCE, which is really hard because I'm an emotional leader type thing. Me and MCE, like, had a lot of one-on-one talks about, like, the roster before. And then now it's, like, Vanity's more of, like, a confidence leader. He's not going to, like, cater to your feelings. He's just going to ooze confidence into you. And if you're, like, very mental, like Jake is very mental and emotional, it's very hard to not have a leader that caters to you. And it's same with Imi. Imi's a very, like he talks to you and, like, he's your friend, stuff like that. But he's not going to, like... Here's how I'll say it better. It's one thing for a coach to tell a player something, but when a player does it to another player, it resonates with them. Does that make sense? Throw the bag at FNS. C9 throws the bag at FNS. They're not going to throw the bag at FNS. C9 is a close-to-budget team.
What do you think is holding C9 back? I think they just need a guy, man. They need a guy. They need a fucking guy. Like, another guy. This guy's not enough. This kid's like a fucking 14-year-old anyway. You need a fucking man. You know what I mean? Baby J? Maybe Baby J. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe they just literally had a bad event. They had a bad event. There's no question about that. But the problem with this team, actually there's 2 problems with this team that I'll be honest about. Problem number 1 is their off-season looked phenomenal. And their season now with another player looks bad, which can tell a story. I don't know if necessarily it actually is the problem, but it's a narrative. So that's number 1, is like how good their offseason looked compared to how they are now. They started so hot in the offseason only to do this shit. And then number 2, okay, in this game specifically, okay, I don't know Imi as a coach. I know nothing about this guy. But these timeouts, specifically on this, actually both these maps, were, if not the worst, some of the worst that I've seen in my lifetime in any game. I could not believe on this half being up 4-0, even if you lost 7 in a fucking row, 6 in a row, whatever, you took 2 timeouts in this span when you knew that at worst that you were going to get a 8-4 half. I just don't agree with this. And then here, the timeouts was at 11-5. After you lost a 1v2, you didn't take a timeout the next round. Like, I don't agree with that. So I think that was a couple mistakes that the coach made. I don't know if the coach is bad or good, whatever. I have no idea. But those are things I noticed that were a problem for me in this game. Also, the force buys. Can we talk about this force buy at 9-5? I haven't forgotten. This game is etched into my fucking memory. These force buys at 9-5, or sorry, at 8-5 is just, what are you really doing? You're gambling on a fucking force buy win? Do you not believe in your fucking gun rounds? I don't understand. Do you not believe in your default? You have a good caller. Like, I don't get that. And then you force bought here as well. I don't remember when though, but there was an abysmal force buy around here somewhere. And it just pissed me the fuck off. Both times. So those are my issues with C9. What I would do to fix it, I actually don't know. Good luck.
Further down the line,
This guy said 40K a year, 10s. What? The guy just like making up random shit now. Yeah, he makes 40K a year. The guy was making a McDonald's salary. 10 is for sure overpaid though, no? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, he might be the only player that I think is underpaid. Like, I don't think you realize the amount of fans like he actually brings to a team. Like, I actually had this conversation with other people like who are pros or something, and they're trying to like say he's overpaid or like all this bullshit, but it's like, no.
I don't know, honestly.
He's the only player that is underpaid in Valorant, I swear. 40K is not good enough for him. I actually thought he should at least get 100K, like, plus. You guys like that popular. 100K a month. That's what I think he should make from salary. What do you think NRG is making? I know how much they're making, and I will not say lower than you think. Everyone in VCT nowadays is making lower than you think. The numbers were extremely inflated during COVID, and now they've what do you call it, readjusted. It is much lower than you think. I don't know why the fucking salaries aren't public, bro. We gotta start making the salaries public. Like, this shit is like the fucking, it's like sports or something. They're not leaking, like, just make it public. It's not even a leak at that point. Like, it just like default should just be lit, like made public. How much you make then? On Sen, I was making 30K a month when I first joined. Not a bad salary for the start of the game. Underpaid? Hell no. I think that was a good amount. What about SF Shock? It was 150K first contract, second year was 180, and then I had the option to and then we negotiated for a 3-year deal that would like equal like 1.1 mil. It was like 300, 350, 400. Like year 1 was 300, year 2 is 350, year 3 is 400 or something a year. And then I just retired. So yeah, I retired to play with Valorant. That was also like how I got like such a high number in Sentinels, because like I wouldn't have retired Overwatch because I had like such a good guaranteed like pay that I wouldn't have just went to Valorant for like 0 pay. Like, it had to have been like a lot of money because it's just a big risk. How much you make now? Or I'm not saying that, but it just like fluctuates. It's probably lower than you would expect though. Also, it like heavily depend on the month because of ads. Because December has the highest payment of ads like ratio. If this VCT was happening in December and I had these numbers during December, streaming this much hours in December, I probably would have made like close to 100K that month just from ads. Like, it would be that insane. But like, it's not close to that because it's January or February, so it just fluctuates how much I stream, how many ads I run, and what month it is.
This surely can't happen.